There are several teachers at the high school already using Pages, so I'm going to just basically show you a short tutorial on what Pages can do and a few things that it does a little differently than Microsoft Word. So when you open Pages, which is this icon at the bottom, you can also access it by going to your Launchpad or also by going to the magnifying glass in the top right corner of your screen. But Pages is an Apple document that is built into the laptop, so all students and teachers with a MacBook will have Pages. So when you click it to open it, it looks like this. So to create a new document, you're going to go up to the top and click New. When you've created some documents, you could open Recent and see those documents, but for this purpose, we're going to open New. You can create a blank document, or you could create documents from any of these templates, and they have them separated. So if you're doing a flyer or poster, you could just click those tabs at the left instead of scrolling all the way down through everything. So let's click this report, school report, and it opens and looks like this. So when you are working just basically, the outline of Pages, at the top here you can zoom in and out. You can insert things like page breaks, column breaks, page numbers, date and time, footnotes, things like that. You can insert tables, so any sort of table or chart is the next icon. So if you use numbers or if you are wanting students to input information or input data, you can insert a table or chart there that they can customize. You can insert text, so it automatically inserts a text box. You can insert a shape, choose from any of these shapes, or you can draw with your mouse. By sliding left and right, it shows you different shapes, colors, things like that. You can insert media, so photos, music, or movies. And you can insert comments. So whenever you are maybe editing a student's work, you could click to create a comment for them that they can see later. So let's kind of play around with that. So let's say we want to change the title. We want to make it, change the look of it. You have these options by clicking the down arrow there. You can change the color of the title. You can change the font, the size, all of that stuff that you could do with Microsoft Word. Advanced options, shifting around and having strike through and shadow and all that stuff to make it look pretty. The alignment is there, the margins, the spacing, bullets and lists, that kind of stuff. If you'll notice too, when I'm here and seeing this pane to the right hand side where you can edit things, this paintbrush that says format at the top is highlighted. So if I switch to the other icon, which is document, that shows me kind of, my margins for the entire document. If you have any sections in your document, page numbers, that kind of stuff. So going back to format is how you change all that basic stuff. You can also change the layout of things, page breaks, hyphenation, that kind of stuff if you want to get really, specific with things. So when you are, that's kind of, what you can do with the text. If you are, I'm going to delete that text box. So if you select a picture, so if I click my picture of the lighthouse, then your pane to the right kind of changes. So you have the style of the images, and these blanks are so that if you create a different style, you can click the add, and it'll add that as a style that you can choose from in the future. So for example, if you made like a, if you had black and white picture, then you could add that to your style so that you always have black and white. You can select the border, a border for the picture. You can change the color of the border and make it bright. Let's say, for the border, I really want that exact blue from the ocean right here. So instead of trying to pick and choose something that's close out of these blues, if you click the magnifying glass here in the color, it pops up and looks like this. And you hover over that blue color that you love, then it automatically matches that to the color of your frame. So that's kind of cool. So when you're in the picture again, you can, have a shadow or none. You can have the photo reflected, and you see how it kind of like, translucent-y reflection there. You can have set to where it's opaque or not. How vivid is the reflection? Maybe you want the reflection to be really strong and see it underneath. So you can kind of play around with that. The second tab at the top when you have an image selected is an image. You can replace that image with any sort of with any other image file that you have on your computer. Edit mask shows you like how much of the image is visible. So if you want to edit that, maybe you want to zoom in, on more of the lighthouse, or maybe you want to just show the splashing and have the lighthouse on the side or something like that. You also have you can crop from here too. If you want to crop out some of the waves, then you just click done, and there you have it. To undo, you have to go up to edit undo. They don't have a shortcut button yet, which I wish they did, because that's something I end up using a lot with Microsoft Word. Instant Alpha is kind of cool. It says here, click a color to make it transparent and drag to make similar colors transparent. So if I click here and drag, it's going to make all of that blue transparent. So it's going to, you see where it's like turning it orange, all of that then is going to be transparent. Now it looks kind of funny because I have my frame. So if I went back and I said no border, that would disappear. So if I go back to the Instant Alpha to kind of get rid of some of the color, so let's do this color of blue now. So let's just, our goal here, I'm just kind of trying to make the sky disappear, and so we can do as much of that as possible. Get rid of as much of the blue there as possible without, taking away parts of the lighthouse or parts of the water. Okay, so I've kind of just taken away all of these, and then I can click done. And now all of the sky is gone. And so all you have there is the crashing waves up, and then the, horizon with the water, the lighthouse, and then the seagull in the sky. So Instant Alpha is kind of cool for the images. You can play with the exposure, you can play with the saturation of it, all that. The last tab at the top for the pictures is to arrange. So you can, arrange how it wraps, how the image wraps with the text, move it to the front or the back, align it, top, middle, bottom, left, center, right, all that good stuff with pictures. You can lock the picture, so keeping it in one place and preventing editing. Then you can go back and you can unlock afterwards if you decide that you do want to edit some stuff. Some of the cool things about Pages that I think are better than Microsoft Word really is the ease of adding the multimedia aspects, like a picture, a video file, or an audio file. So, for example, let's say I want to put a movie in here. So I went on vacation this summer, and I have a video of me at a lighthouse. So if I click this video, and it gives you this warning that it may not play on iPad or iPhone, but you're probably not going to be watching it on there anyway, then it automatically inserts this video. So what I could do is I could then replace this picture with my, hypothetical video I took at the lighthouse I saw on vacation. So then whenever you or your students are, reading the document, you have this report, but then you also have, a video that's in the middle of your report, which is super cool. And then, you can add tables and charts and things like that to enhance your Pages document. So if you wanted to, let's go ahead and say edit undo, and we'll let's just insert a pie chart, and it just inserts just a generic one pretty much, and then you can customize the information there. So trying to keep my formatting here of the 3 little pictures in a row. So you can then edit the information there. So your chart styles, the colors, background, shadow, all of that stuff. The wedges, are they percentages or are they data points and values? The style, all that stuff. And then this blue button at the bottom is where you edit the chart data. And so this little window will pop up where you can actually enter, your information. So maybe it's, state by state, how many lighthouses are in the northeastern United States. So you have, state by state, how many have the most, or whatever information you would include in a report about lighthouses. And then whenever you're done editing the information, as you can see, it changes it automatically. So we have Maine there, and Maine showed up immediately there. We have New York in the green, and it immediately showed up. And you just click the red button, and it's gone. Something else that's cool about Pages is that it automatically saves. So you can not really have to worry about losing data. It automatically saves as untitled, so the way to change your title is up here at the top. If you click that, it'll pop up and you can call it Lighthouse Report. And then it saves it. You can have it save in your Icloud, desktop, your documents, wherever you want it to save. The default is to put it in your Icloud. Locked means that it can't be changed and you are the person that has to go and unlock it. A reason why you might want this is if you're sharing a Pages document with someone, and I will show you how to do that in just a second. So I don't know why it deleted my title from earlier. So there's the newly titled document. And then how do you share Pages documents? Well, you can email them as Pages. So I want to maintain my Pages document so that this chart that I've created that's special in Pages, this video that I've embedded, which is special in Pages, all of that stuff still works the same when the person I'm sending it to sees it. So the ways that you can share documents while maintaining all the cool things that Pages does is to email the file directly as a Pages document. You can AirDrop it from MacBook Air to MacBook Air, and you can also share it through iCloud. So I'm going to show you how to do that right now. So this button here, that's the square with the up arrow, is for share. So if you click that, you can share the link via iCloud. So if you click on that, it'll pop up connecting to iCloud. And then once it connects, you have it titled, and so it won't prompt you to put a title. Otherwise, it might do that if you just had left it untitled. And then now your share looks like this with 2 little people. So you can share link via iCloud, and these are the options you have. So the document link, you can copy link and open link. This is how other people will access it through iCloud. You also can give permission to either allow editing or to view only. So depending on what you want the person you're sharing it with to do. You can also add a password so that it's password protected. So let's say I want to allow editing, but before they get this document and open it and edit it, I want to make sure that they, um, have some specific things that they're editing it for. So I'm going to add a password, and then I'm going to email out to the people that I'm sending it to and say, I've given you editing rights, but you have to enter this password first because I wanted you to read this email and know that I only want you to edit this part and this part and this part. So then you can send links. So you can basically just copy paste this URL and share that. So it says there, no service, but what you can do is just copy your link and then send it in an email. You can also share your Pages document by going to File and then Export to, and you can export it as a PDF, Word document, plain text, EPUB, all of these options. Now, if I had a video embedded or something like that, if I export it as a PDF or a Word document, it's going to not work how it is supposed to. You're not going to be able to play a video in the middle of a PDF, of course. So the EPUB is like for iBooks. So this is a cool way to get around using iBooks Author. So if you are wanting to create documents to kind of create like an online textbook or your own textbook for your classes for students, you can actually create things in Pages. And according to Apple, it's supposed to work the same when you export to EPUB. All those videos and multimedia elements should remain the same because EPUB is another Apple product. But the only thing that is not working right when you export to EPUB is that headers and footers are oftentimes messed up. So, if I don't think that's too big of a deal probably for most people. So, just know that you can export as a PDF, but any sort of multimedia elements in your Pages document will be lost. Something else that's cool about Pages is this little yellow question mark button. That's for tips. So it'll give you different kind of little tutorial parts that'll help you navigating and help you figuring out how to get around in Pages. So there is just a brief overview of what Pages can do and some of the ways it's a little cooler than Microsoft Word. So let me know if you have any trouble, or please share any Pages documents with me that you're using in your classes that you're especially proud of. So thank you.